Welcome humanoids back to my channel. Now this is a topic I've been holding on to for quite some time. Is my feelings on Bethesda. Bethesda, it was my favorite game company. I stood them hard. So when 76 was coming out, it was before we knew 76 was coming out, they were putting hints, and I thought it was Starfield at the time, but it was the shit that was 76. And it turned me off to Bethesda. All their games were a glitchy, buzzy mess. It was still fun, and the way they make games is my cup of tea. I don't like a linear path. I don't do the main storyline. I do the main storyline until they let me do whatever the hell I want. But that's how I want to explore. I don't like any linear path. And I kind of just broke up with Bethesda after that. I never played a game that fought me so hard. And the shit they kept pulling with the helmets and the fucking subscription service, and Pia Hines fucking making that stupid comment about, oh, we're not asking how much you pay for streaming service. We're asking you to pay $100 for this bullshit 76. I get it. It's better now. But I'm not going back. Okay? I decided to make a stand with my hardcore dollars, and I'm not gonna interact even if the game was better and they had NPCs and all that stuff. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I believe all of that was ZeniMax's fault. Dead ass. But the 76 was not it. Let's be real. It was not it. I standed Bethesda so fucking hard. I pre-ordered 76. It was good. It was all that jazz, right? And then I get it, and it's the most infuriating, broken mess of a game that ever to exist. I never played a game that fought me so hard. I would spend all hours getting resources and collecting, because I'm not buying no scrap kits or repair kits. You guys said there was going to be no advantage in any of the game, but the repair kits and scrap kits are advantages, by the way. Since I wasn't buying any of those things, and then freaking finally fighting a legendary only to have the legendary and the item disappear, so I wasted time, effort on this shit, and I was done with Bethesda after that. They were my favorite game company. Fallout New Vegas is my favorite. I know it was made by Obsidian. I always wanted to play more, and I never got the chance to, but I really want to. I never got the opportunity to, but that's beside the point. Fallout 4 was I like Skyrim, but I was more into Fallout, but it's obvious that Bethesda favors Elder Scrolls. But I do believe, and I'm giving Bethesda the benefit of the doubt, that it was ZeniMax who was pushing all this stuff. All the subscription service, all the pay to win, microtransactions, all the fucking atoms, and then all the work you had to do to get the atoms. That whole game was But I do believe it was ZeniMax. Even though I'm a Sony person, when I found out that Microsoft was buying Bethesda, I was thank fucking God. It doesn't matter to me if they did exclusive, because I'm gonna have the Xbox, I'm gonna have PlayStation, and I'm gonna have a PC, so it really doesn't matter to me where it comes out. But I was yes, please save them, okay? And that's why we come to Starfield. Yes. So I have wicked high hopes, but I'm gonna manage my expectations, because I didn't learn from 76, and the Cyberpunk to me wasn't as big as a clusterfuck to 76. I know that's probably debatable, but that's just my opinion. I tend to separate myself from gaming companies that are doing too much. I was a Battlefield stan fanatic. I played that in my college years, nothing but Battlefield 4. And then they kept pulling shit with loot boxes and monetizations and pay maps, and I don't want to get into that. I just want to play a fucking shooter with all this fucking hoopla. So I didn't like the way DICE and EA was going with Battlefield, so I stopped playing. I didn't get Battlefield 2. I played Battlefield 1 for at least half of its life cycle. But that's besides the point. The point is, when a company is doing shady shit, I speak with my dollars. But now that Xbox has acquired Bethesda, I'm thinking it might be time to give them another try, because I do feel it's like dating a person. The relationship I have with game company and publisher makes me feel I have a friendship, relationship, significant other with them. We laugh, we cry, we make memories, all that good stuff. So it's okay to pull away from a company and admit they're not as good as they once was, Bioware and Blizzard and all that. But that's I'm not trying to stop fight, but we know they're not the way they used to be. So that brings me to Starfield, right? The game that I've been waiting for EA to do with Star Wars IP that they are not even doing anything with, which drives me bananas. And I can't wait. I know Disney gave the go-ahead for publishers to make Star Wars IP, as they should. Star Wars is one of the best IPs you can have to do stuff with. There's so much lore to fuck with, and but no, they wanted to fucking keep doing Battlefront type of shit. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is I'm ready to give Bethesda another try because they're making a space game that I fucking love. Craving for a new space game. Because I've played Star Wars on Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect. But it's been a long time since there's been a really good narrative-driven RPG space adventure. And I've been watching so many videos about the game that I'm hyping myself up and I'm like, you gotta stop. You have to stop. You have not learned. You want to keep getting spanked by all these companies failing you? Here are some of the few things that I picked up from watching non-stop about Starfield. They're going back to basics. Thank fucking God. That's one of the key things that Todd Howard said. They're going back to basics. And from the way they talk about choices, it makes me feel a lot like Morrowind. I've seen a good chunk of Morrowind and how the gameplay is. So like I'm excited about that. But the fact that they're going back to basics, one. Two, they always said it was gonna be like Elder Scrolls in space. Thank Space Jesus. I've been asking for that since I was a youngin'. And this is something Todd Howard mentioned. They're not gonna hold your hand. You're gonna get on your ship and whatever you do, you do. That's how I like to play. I don't want to be told where to go and how to play. If I want to go to West Bubblefuck in the corner of the galaxy, I want to go to West Bubblefuck in the corner of the galaxy. And as you can see, I love anything related to space. Okay? My name of my channel, it isn't obvious, and I'm not into like Halo, Gears of War, because their space adventure just feels really clunky to me. I know that sounds weird, and how can space be clunky? It just is. It just feels very clunky to me. One of the things that has me like super excited, and some people probably don't care on like how their technology is or how like they went about creating their version of futuristic space, but like they went to SpaceX and like did some fucking research to develop technology in a way that is realistic. That's what I want. Like, but it's like Bethesda was like, we understand that we broke your heart, but now we're gonna give you everything you asked for. Come on, Bethesda, what the fuck? I mean, I'm excited, but what the fuck? Just hearing how they're talking about it helps me possibly optimistic. They hyped 76 and that shit came out. I bought it and I tried the early access that was only like 2 months ahead, and everyone was like, yeah, this game is shit. People say it's better now and it's like the best version of a Fallout game, but I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that. Deadass, you can keep that. And like, I'm so excited for this narrative storyline, even though I don't like playing linearly. Like, I'm excited, like, from all the little things that people are speculating. I hope it's between figuring out hyperspace travel or first contact with alien. That would be great. Also, before I forget, because I'm a Star Wars fanatic, if you can't tell, look, I got Star Wars books, Sith, Jedi, and Empires. I want more, but then they're expensive. I want the Bounty Hunter one, but they're like super expensive. Someone involved said that this was like the Han Solo adventures. Like this, if you were Han Solo, yes. Oh my god, when I heard EA like stop development on the Star Wars game where you literally were like a smuggler living your life in the Star Wars universe, like to me, Star Wars universe is so good because of how advanced it is. You can literally make a character so detailed with the lore in that universe. Which reminds me, you can have a deep background personality in this game too. It's so exciting. Okay, let me temper my expectations. Okay, another thing that makes me very excited, and I felt like ZeniMax is the real reason Bethesda was like going downhill, because they have a new engine, okay? Creation engine 2, okay? I don't know, well, to be honest, we don't know if it's a new engine or like a upgraded version of Creation Engine, but that was like one of my big complaints, and I know a lot of people's big complaints about 76 and a little bit of Fallout 4. Like the engine was outdated. The engine was like over 10 years old, and they're like, no, it's fine, we're good, it's okay. Like what, dude? You know, like I'm glitching through your ground as I just walk about. Like, no, it's not happening. I do believe with Xbox influence and Ganetto that hopefully it's going to be better, because they did say they wanted to encapsulate what they did with Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, where it's just a game you play forever and apparently released on a billion different platforms and ways. Listen, after buying it like 2-3 different times, it was enough for me. I think I played it in enough ways as I could. But they want this to have the playability of Skyrim. And let me tell you, it took me so long to even get halfway through the main storyline because I was doing so many things. I feel like I didn't even finish everything in that game. And that's what I want, but in space, you see? And I do believe with the influence of the Xbox, positively optimistic that they did not like where they were going. That Bethesda Game Studios did not like the trajectory they were going. No one liked it. We all were loud and opinionated about it. There was enough videos about how they fucking sucked. But I do think with Xbox influence, so I do have hope in Xbox help like saving Bethesda. Xbox has Obsidian. They have Obsidian. Put them together and make a Fallout New Vegas 2. That would be my dream, and then I could die happy. I do have faith in Xbox that they will get Bethesda back on track, because I do think Bethesda wants to not fail this new IP, and I'm hoping that they literally put their heart and soul into this and go back to basics, as Todd Howard said. Let me know what you think about this. Like, do you like distance yourself from game companies that are being quite fucking shady? Or do you feel like this is how every game company is and you feel like it doesn't even matter, so might as well just give in to the greed? As excited as I am for Starfield, with obviously, of course, tampered expectations. That's the key. I do want to pre-order just for the watch. No more pre-ordering, but I want that watch. I mean, I have a smartwatch, but I want that watch. That's definitely a game I'm going to be streaming. Hell yeah. But let me know if you even trust Bethesda under a Microsoft umbrella. That they're just set in their old ways. It's just never going to change. Anyway, like and subscribe and have a good day, guys. Bye.